It behooves every citizen of this republic to carry out themselves in a manner that is patriotic and in a way that they can be considered responsible to their Chapter 10 provisions of national values and principles of governance. It is very unfortunate that a person who is seeking public office and who has held a very high office is propagating lies and campaigning against our own country, speaking ill of our nation, uh, you know, trying to portray Kenya as a pariah state where our security officers are irresponsible, because he's trying to call into question our security officers, both and security team, all our armed forces, because they are working in multi-agency way in the border counties, for somebody to try to demean the work that our security forces are doing. And having held a very high office just less than a year ago is extremely unfortunate, particularly when we know that every other day our men and women are making great sacrifice from Boni Forest all the way to Mandera, all the way to Lake Turkana, and all the way to Kwanza here, where we have porous borders, that we have different challenges, but particularly in Mandera, Wajir, Garissa, Lamu, and Tana River, where a lot of challenges have been there for many years. And especially when you know that we are bordering a country that is struggling with its own internal problems in Somalia and continue to put pressure in our own country. I would have expected a certain level of responsibility on the part of the former deputy president, notwithstanding his status as an impeached former deputy president. I still thought that as a citizen of this country, even when he's outside office, he will realize that there are certain boundaries that you cannot do politics with when it comes to our country. Now, since he has information, you can see liars. This pathological liar, you can see through his lies. 1 minute he is saying that he has information that is relevant to dealing with Al-Shabaab and people who are doing business and collaborating with the enemy. In the other minute, when he's told to put that information in a proper record, he starts running away that he's not going to record that information. That means that's just lies and sound bites for social media and for purpose of inciting the public and disparaging the nation. If he is a man enough and he is a person of integrity, he should put his allegations in writing, together with the evidence that he has, the people who are in the meeting that he is alleging that the meeting, the businesses that those people bring, the collaborators. Since he seems to have a lot of information, it is laughable that a citizen of the Republic of Kenya who is seeking high office is telling the citizens of this country would rather appear before a senate of another country than his own country. We are not stupid people. We are looking through. You can see through his hypocrisy. But we will insist. We are continuing to insist that any citizen of this republic who makes such heavy allegations and who thinks that they are doing so for the good of the country, they are obligated to put that in writing. And and when I say that they should record a statement, it doesn't mean that the National Police Service is not independent. I am just restating what is in the law, that if you have evidence that is related to safety and security of Kenyans, the right place to put it is to take it to the DCI and provide that information so that the people you are mentioning can be investigated and be arrested and be charged. But until you put that information in writing, the rest is just pure propaganda and falsehood that must be treated with the contempt that it deserves. So I challenge the former deputy president to make his allegations now properly on record if he really thinks that he has information that can help this country. But until then, we will treat it as the usual propaganda and the amazing level of contradictions that is now known for him. You just need to pick some few clips from his archives last year, and you will see the total opposite what he was telling the security. I was with him in Garissa when he was praising our security forces just less than a year ago. And now, because he's out of office, he thinks that he should disparage our security forces. There were 2 DIGs were in Mandera and Garissa, and Mandera and Wajir. They just came back yesterday. I'm glad that they went to motivate our police officers who are there. I am really sympathize with our police officers who have got injured fighting the enemy at the border of our country, and I like to tell them that they have our full support, notwithstanding these propagandists who are trying to demean the work they have been doing, and will stand firm as the Republic of Kenya. If, and I insist, if the former Deputy President has any information that is worth consideration, not just by local, even international institutions, if he has that information, he must record it with the DCI as soon as he arrives the country, so that we can take him seriously. Until then, we will just consider it a part of his continuous comedy and caricature that he has become in everything he says out there. You know, a person who poses for a photo, for every step he passes through the airport, is looking for the airport police to take a picture with, and that is a big thing. He's going to show us that he met up airport police officers when he went to the US. That is a joke. It's a total joke. Or somebody who goes to amusement park in a technology company, then starts saying, I had an engagement in an amusement park as a tourist. How many of us have gone to amusement parks as tourists when we travel out there? And then you start saying, oh yeah, this is what, and so forth. The only thing you can go and write when you get a small opportunity to visit Facebook as a tourist is political slogans. I mean, we have a problem. And I think if the former Deputy President is not going to record a statement about what he said about Al-Shabaab and the country, then the right thing for him is we check him in a mental institution for mental assessment, because his level of contradictions can only be that he either is a pathological liar or is a mental case that needs treatment. And you know, Constitution of Kenya insists that for people to hold public office, they must be of sound mind, which is at the moment extremely questionable. And I guess that it comes with the stress of losing such a high office. And there's nothing wrong for him being treated for mental health, because mental health is also part of areas that we in the security sector would like to ensure that our people are operating in our well-being. And you know, there are many of these cases in the political circles that are untreated. And as